It's like, yeah, you can go up in the crawl space and sleep up there. And I'm like, fuck yeah.
That's sick.
John Carden.
Where did you sleep?
At the Next Stage Theater. They let me sleep there for 2 weeks when I was hitchhiking. Because I cleaned up after all the open micers and shit.
Yeah, there's nothing I wouldn't believe if you told me you saw it here.
Yeah, he showed his micro penis to skip lines, which I was like, I guess that's worth it.
Like, at the
fucking
Comedy
Emma
Store,
Stone was fucking stroking his meat. But he's a professional.
Like, I had an 11 o'clock spot last night, and we did acid at like 3:30, and it was so strong at 9. Like, I was still like I couldn't understand what Dave Attell was saying on stage and shit.
Yeah,
I was like,
it was all garbles.
was
On a side note, shout out to Sheath. Sending me a glorious care package. I love you guys.
supporting the troops.
Yeah, of course. Hormoz, do you want to do this podcast thing? Hormoz Rashidi, everybody.
What up? What up, bro?
chilling.
Over here whenever you get to.
It's like I could go walk over there and do this.
I'm almost done.
I'll chill. I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's take a little signature break.
Wherever you want to sign, there's plenty of freeway left.
I'm signing it as Brendan Shaw.
You gotta do whatever's good. Brendan Shaw was it? Also do the podcast as Brendan Shaw.
Yeah.
Just here to not funny, bad.
I think I chucked my cauliflower ear.
Big boy puppy.
Dude, I watched like 8 minutes of it. I hate shitting on comics, but I had other things to do.
Yeah,
I never had to struggle to get good at comedy. You know, like in open mics and shit. Like you gotta like.
Yeah, you have to feel the pain before.
Yeah, let me do this.
What time's your spot? 6?
Yeah.
It's 3:11
I got one at 4.
Nice.
at the tank.
At the thing.
I like the tank, man.
Yeah, it's fun. I saw that Sam Talon's doing it tonight.
Yeah, dude.
He might be my favorite.
Dude, me and Sam did this music
I'm in the same
festival.
spot as him and I think Tommy Pope.
Yeah,
and then
Tommy Pope,
Jeremiah
I saw him.
Watkins on Monday.
So
okay.
me and Talon did this music festival in June,
Okay.
and afterwards, I was like, Sam, do you wanna do some Molly? And he was like, no, I'm just gonna drink. And I'm like, all right. We separated. Like they had comedy at this music festival, which I thought was gonna suck, but it was great. So I see him like an hour later, and he sees me. He goes, Rob, I'm on Molly, and I'm like, fuck yeah. So I give him a hug.
Yeah.
He fucking disappears again. The promoter of the festival comes up to me the next day. I go, is Sam still here? He goes, no, he left already. He goes, he shit his pants last night. So I see him fucking walking in the halls. I'm like, Sam, what's up? I'm like, did you? And he goes, I shit my pants. Yeah. And I was like, that's awesome.
Oh, really? Okay, that
Yeah.
makes me happy because I was drunk and I felt like I annoyed him, but the fact that he's done that, I was
No,
like,
you grab it.
He's probably familiar.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, no, Sam's an interesting fucking dude.
Yeah.
Hormoz Rashidi, how's, am I saying your last name right?
Yeah, you said it perfectly.
How's your SKANKFEST been?
This is the first comedy festival I've been to.
Really?
This is it's not my first festival. It's the first one I got into, so I was like, I'm happy I got to pop my
Yeah.
cherry here.
Yeah.
that's how I am too.
Everybody tells me that nothing else will compare. They're like you're not going to go to a better festival. So
I
it was
believe that.
non-stop fun.
Yeah, it's the
Never-
most stacked.
So much drugs.
Most stacked.
I haven't done any drugs since I've been here
No?
except weed. Like,
Oh.
I've just been day drinking because I wanted to be, like, clear-headed for
I
my
did
sets.
too much acid. I was like in another world yesterday.
I'm
Yeah.
not a huge
I was
acid
like worried.
person.
I was like trying to think of my set, and like I had an 11 o'clock spot last night, and we did acid at like 3:30, and it was so strong at 9. Like I was still like I couldn't understand what Dave Attell was saying on stage and shit.
Yeah,
I was like,
it was all garbles.
it was all garbles. Like whoa. But
I told you, like, the only acid trip I ever did, it was when I was staying with Zorio, and I was in your room.
Yeah.
And you appeared wearing a wolf mascot outfit. And, like, you had a wolf's head on, and you took it off, and you're just sitting at the foot of the bed. And I'm like, hey, Rob. And you're like, hey. And I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I just came to pick up my outfit. And then he, like, patted the helmet.
Dude,
I'm like, okay.
I really wish I was actually there. Like, I know it was a hallucination, but it would have been so dope if I was like, we were pranking you.
That would've been
We gave you
awesome.
vitamin E, that's it. Like,
No, I got it from, like, Shit.
That would
I
be a
forgot
really
who gave
funny
it to me,
SKANKFEST
but
prank,
I.
though.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, last night
Go
I
around
was
giving tabs of just paper to people and watch them pretend like they're tripping.
Just eating
Like, I'm
stamps.
tripping.
Dude,
Or they're just pissed off. It's like, this acid ain't shit.
last night I was downstairs at the Nerd drinking. It was like 1.
I heard there was a mic there.
Yeah. So I'm there, and then
There's
I see a
another one
dude, and I
tonight.
go,
Yeah, baby.
I go, that dude looks like, that dude looks like Eddie Ift. And as I'm walking by, he goes, Rob, and I go, oh, that dude is Eddie Ift. He's not even here for SKANKFEST. He's at the MGM. He just happened to end up at the Nerd.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Well, comics will end up finding where the other comics are.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
for
a
sure.
tribe.
We all, and fucking Brent Tobe was here. You know Brent?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got into town. I literally went to the bar, again, at the Nerd, to do a shot with somebody.
Yeah.
Adam Domingos.
Yeah.
You know
He
Adam?
was the guy running the mic.
Yeah. So he's like, let's go do a shot. And as we're at the bar, Brant just walks up. And I'm like, dude, what's up? And he's like, holy shit, Rob. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, what's up?
So fun.
Dude, I love just running into friends that you haven't seen in fucking
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, that's been the best part.
Hector, take over. I got to go to the bathroom now.
Don't go to that one. It's closed.
I think a lot of the bathrooms are fucked.
I think somebody dropped the
Yeah.
hammer.
Bastards.
People
Are
been
you talking about that
skanking.
one that's right next to here?
Yeah, the one that's all the way down the hall.
Oh, damn.
Wait, the one that's all the way down the hall that way? Is that order?
Where you come out of the naked roast, you know how the
Yeah.
first restroom you see? That one's closed for like 30 minutes. Repairs.
For just the men's room?
Last night, everybody was peeing in that
Jesus.
trough over there.
Yeah, you saw people peeing in there?
Oh, I totally
Just
believe
all the
that.
drinks everybody's drinking today.
The important thing is sometimes you have to taste a little urine to get free beer.
Uh-huh.
SKANKFEST.
Yep.
Yeah, there's nothing I wouldn't believe if you told me you saw here. Especially after I saw, I think it was Zach pouring the beer down his body during the naked roast. And the dude, he was like, bro, this is wild.
Did y'all see that Woodstock documentary about how everything felt as shit?
Yeah, that's
People were,
the
getting-
comedy version right here. Yeah.
But this is like run so nicely, man. Like
Yeah.
everything's like all organized and everything's like, you know.
No, I was thinking that
People have
when I was watching Goddamn Comedy Jam, and there's just like a bunch of kids in the front being security, you know? And I was like, these guys are just
Like, what the fuck are they gonna do?
Yeah, I'm like, I was like, yeah, this is Woodstock, but
I didn't even know it was legal to put like a gun in your ass on stage and stuff like that. Like, I thought if you do that, like the feds will come and they'll arrest you. But I
the
guess
sex
that
act.
is fine. I have no idea.
The
It just
feds
seems
are
like something-
weird.
Because they did something on the first day, like somebody got blown under the table. Because I don't think you could do it like showing everybody. So it was under the table, like they found a way around it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard about that.
like
Well,
at the
fucking
comedy
Evan
store,
Stone
they-
was fucking
they did a
stroking his
Tony-
meat. But
That's
he's a
self-
professional.
leave it
There
to
was
the
a
pros.
Tony
That's
Clifton
true.
thing once in the main room of the comedy store. It was like, I forget the name of the guy who plays Tony Clifton now,
Yeah.
but he got like his dick sucked or made it look like it behind a sheet. They put up a sheet so that the audience wouldn't actually see sex acts, but they could still, you know, do them. I feel
wow.
like that
The
was the way they got
silhouette.
around it. Yeah, that's the way they got around it for.
Well, yesterday they brought in Whitney Cummings to, I think it was Bonfire.
Yeah.
And then they brought up the dude with the micro penis
Oh.
again.
The one who got the pass?
Yeah, he showed his micro penis to skip lines, which I was like, I guess that's worth it. And he goes up there. And
Dude,
it's-
that's a handicap
but,
for sure.
but like it was
have
unsaid.
questions.
Like he showed his dick, so he got to skip lines, or he was actually in the lines. Like, check it out, it's
he
me.
entered it. I think they had a small dick contest that he
Yeah.
killed it at because he was the smallest one, I guess.
Yeah, I heard that part. But I wonder if he was whipping it out in line actually.
But then when he got up on stage, the crowd started cheering for Whitney Cummings to grab his tiny dick.
Did she do it?
Yeah, so she does it, or she tries to find it. She tried her hardest, and then
it's that small, you couldn't find it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
It's
she
just a
couldn't
blur
find it.
of like mush.
Just like-
she was
what?
like, "Is this it?" Yeah, like it
Oh
was
my
like,
God,
yeah.
that's so sad.
It was
That's
on
a
some
ball.
belly button type
That's
shit.
a ball.
And then but then she let him grab her pussy I don't know.
Fair exchange.
That's a
Yeah.
sweet lady right there.
Yeah, tit for tat.
That is
yeah.
a very sweet lady.
I feel like he can make it.
I was like, what a
warm.
gift giver. That's beautiful.
If he lifted his leg up and like tried to scissor, maybe,
That guy.
or at least like just rub plates together. Try
That's
to
what
figure
it
out
seemed
the
like
logistics.
situation was, yeah.
Man, I'm so mad I didn't bring my dog. Like I see dogs here, and I'm like, just
Yeah,
listen,
now
man.
I miss Dax.
He goes with me all
My
over the
dogs would be
place.
barking. My dogs are the best hecklers. They'd be heckling every comic. They'd be fucking
I
everything.
do shows
up.
in front of dogs. It's kind of annoying.
It's
sometimes.
hard, yeah. Especially if you get loud, my dog will bark at you. If your bit has energy, my dog will fuck you up.
Yeah, I don't think dogs react well to like a sound system.
Yeah.
That shit down.
Especially if there's an audience with one dog in it, there's probably an audience with 5 dogs in it.
That's
Like, it's
true.
never just one dog.
Yeah.
And whatever dog
The only
sees
times
it.
I've done a show in front of dogs was like at an open mic in Silver Lake. It was like a morning open mic. It was outside, and people would bring their dogs, and it's like, yeah, it's not the best.
That's how it is in Atlanta. They got a lot of brewery shows, so people
Hell
bring
yeah.
their
Pretty damn
dogs.
dogs.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Atlanta.
Yeah?
I
wanna
haven't done
go to
comedy
Atlanta.
there, but I went there to visit my buddy for his baby shower.
Yeah.
It's fucking dope as fuck.
Yeah, I love that city. It's an
We
interesting
went to the
scene.
aquarium.
Yeah.
That shit is beautiful, dude. We took some mushrooms and went to that thing.
Yeah.
Damn, it's
And
fun.
And I don't know how it's like. Wait, what city? You do comedy in L.A.?
Yeah, I started in D.C. and New York, but I've been in LA the last like 11 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Atlanta. It's got legitimately every type of crowd in there. Because you go outside the city, it'd be redneck. And you got a black scene. Then you got a black hipster scene, which
It's got
is
the dopest black scene.
and then it's
dopest
that,
black
it's the
scene,
le-
right?
Since you've been in LA, you said for 11 years?
Yeah.
Like, what's the turnover rate for open micers there?
Oh, I don't even know. Very, very high.
Yeah,
Because
because
it's like a lot of actors.
whose like agents told them to do that.
Yeah, or the shit's just not going good. They're like, oh, I can do this, and then they try it, and you know how fucking brutal open mics are.
Do you
and-
know how many times I've heard it's like, I don't know why you're not laughing at my rape joke? And then
Oh my
there was
God.
like this one kid, he was like fat, but he looked Mexican, but he was Muslim. And like he just went up and just shat on Mexicans for like 5 minutes straight. And he's like, I know I look like a fucking wetback, but I'm not. And like he
This
had
is
kind
LA?
Yeah, this was like 4 years ago. I went hitchhiking, like my second or first year of comedy, because I broke my finger. So I lost my job, and I'm like, well, if I'm gonna be broken homeless again, I should see new shit.
Hell yeah.
So I spent a month in Vegas checking out the scenes, a month in LA, and a month in Orange County.
Nice.
I signed up for like 102 open mics, but I was poor, so I had to sign up for the buckets and only
Yeah.
got up on 50 something
Yeah.
of them.
Damn.
And like I went to Kill Tony every night, never got on. I broke up 3 fights while I was there.
Damn.
Using the martial arts skills.
Yeah, I
I'm
fucked
surprised
a
that guy didn't
Russian
get his
guy who
ass
tried
beat.
to fist
Fucking-
me.
Calling
What?
Mexicans wetbacks in LA? What the fuck is he doing?
Yeah.
That's
it was
crazy.
at the Lexington.
Yeah, downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, that's a brutal one. I mean, that's...
No, like I saw him like mostly at the Lexington, but he was just a fucking asshole. And like I'm just sitting there and I was like so disenchanted because like I assumed like LA was gonna be like the best of the best. But like again, I was only hanging out with the open micers and
Right.
shit. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, okay, so anybody with confidence in a fucking full tank of gas can come here and just
Yeah.
Okay.
I honestly think New York is the best because you get
That's
up
what
so
I think.
much.
Yeah.
It's
What?
just like if everything else is the same, the people who get to practice more get better.
Yeah.
You know, but LA's pretty dope.
But another thing about terrible
I liked parts of LA.
open
Yeah.
micers, like you were talking about that dude,
Yeah.
he kind of sounds like this. We also had kind of like a racially ambiguous Muslim chubby kid. We're not
Yeah.
really sure, but and he would just bomb with terrible things that he would say. So he was like, okay, I'll take my dick out so I can get like a reaction. Because at that point you just want something, just some sort of emotion from this audience. And most of the times the host would be like, hey, don't do the dick thing. Like, please. Like, while he's on stage, like, about to get it out. And he's like, what do you mean? Like, he'd be surprised. Like, what do you mean I can't have my cock out?
That's so stupid.
I know.
That's so stupid.
And one time I saw it,
Right
it was like a
punchline.
very, like, uneventful dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucked.
The big closer's coming. They just cut the mic off, shut the lights off.
They say it's good to end on a quick joke.
Like a bit?
Yeah.
I feel so weird doing a full bit on here. But if you guys got one, shoot.
No, I was just making like a weird penis joke.
Oh, guys, you guys.
Sorry.
Oh, you're talking about the
Yeah.
dude. I thought you were talking about the whole podcast.
And
I got a street joke my mom told me. You guys want to hear it?
You sure?
Yeah.
It's a pretty good street joke. I hadn't heard it before.
Alright.
So this guy is on his deathbed, and his wife is next to him, and he turns to his wife and he says, "When I die, are you gonna get remarried?" And she says, "Don't talk about that. I don't want to hear that talk." And he said, "Look, I'm dying. I just want to know. Just tell me the truth." And she says, "Okay, I guess, yeah." And he's okay. This next guy, are you gonna make him hamburgers the way you made me hamburgers? And she's like, "Yeah, I guess." Okay. are you going to make him fried chicken the way you made me fried chicken? She's like, yeah, I guess. Are you going to make him tacos the way you made me tacos? And she goes, no, he doesn't like tacos.
I like that. It's cute.
Yeah. Mitra Rashidi, baby.
So how long you been doing comedy yourself?
I started in 2009. I spent 6 months in D.C., and then I moved to New York because I was like not getting enough stage time. And then I spent 2 years in New York and ran out of all my savings. And then I moved to L.A., spent the last of my money to buy a car to live in. And I lived in a car for a couple of years before I tricked my current girl into falling in love with me. And then I moved in with her.
Nice.
And it's been that since.
Hell yeah.
How's living in a car in LA?
It's pretty sweet. I mean, like, relatively speaking, it's not that bad.
I
I
slept
also,
on the
like, had a lot of
streets.
friends, so I would go crash on couches and shit when I had
Weather's
to.
nice.
The weather's nice.
The weather was nice. I slept on the beach a couple times when I was out there.
Yeah.
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 Where do
Yeah,
you
if you're
park your
going to live
car?
outside, LA's the place.
Where's a good place to park your car if you're living in it, like at night? when you're going to sleep?
There's a spot above the Comedy Store that I would go to, like up in the Hollywood Hills above the Comedy Store on the street called Herald.
Oh.
Yeah. And I would just put, what are those shades up on the windows and shit to make it
Yeah.
all dark? And yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh.
Oh, that was cool. You know the next
Hey, do
stage,
you want-
like on La
You want the
Brea?
mic back, buddy? I gotta go pee.
They actually, because I was the only one who cleaned up after the open micers there, they actually let me stay there for 2 weeks.
That's
The
awesome.
last 2 weeks I was in LA. It's like, yeah, you can go up in the crawl space and sleep up there. And I'm like, fuck yeah.
That's sick.
John Carden.
Where
in
did
the
you
house.
sleep?
What up, bro?
At the Next Stage Theater, they let me sleep there for 2 weeks when I was hitchhiking because I cleaned up after all the open micers and shit.